I make choices, you make choices, everyone does, right? So yeah, I'll be talking about choices today, and I believe you get to learn something while listening. And please do share with a friend or your loved one when you finish listening. So let's get started. We choose to forgive, to love, to trust, to apply for that dream job, to be alone, to dream big and way bigger, to hate and whereby regardless of all that. A choice is a choice, be it good or bad. You have to be responsible for the choices you make. So let's take a few moments to ask ourselves this following question. Do we take time to digest those choices before we make them? I mean, do we ever think of the consequences? Well, I believe it's a sometime thing. And have you ever asked yourself why most of the time you don't digest the choices you're about to make? If I may answer this question from my experience, and I believe it's an experience for most of you guys too, it is because our choices are emotionally driven. Most of the time, we decide things when we are happy or sad. See, it's emotionally driven. And trust me guys, it takes an emotionally healthy person to make the good or right choices. And let's get real with ourselves, because if you are emotionally unhealthy, your choices will be driven by how you feel at that point. And most of the point, it happens to be anger. If you try to figure out what's behind that anger, you'll get to know that it may be hurt, disappointment, unmet expectations which have led you to make those choices that you later forever regret or not. And there are times in our lives where we decide or choose to compromise the uncompromising factor due to various reasons or situations. But is it always worth it? I mean, is it worth it? There are lots of things that we do choose to compromise in our lives, be it in our relationships with our family, friends, lovers, or colleagues that we later regret. We sometimes choose to compromise our standards, values, beliefs, and many other more things for the sake of what we call love, acceptance, recognition, or belonging. I get it. Trust me, I get it. We're all humans, and sometimes we want to feel understood or accepted by someone, and instead of just embracing our true selves, we think that compromising one or two of our standards will make us seem way cooler enough. But trust me, sometimes it lasts and sometimes it hurts instead. So the whole point here is to be open-minded when we make our life choices, because nobody likes ending up in that regret zone. I mean, if you've ever been there, you don't like it, right? Okay. However, it might not be probably much too late to apologize for the choices you've made in the past. And so please make time to apologize to anyone you've hurt in the process. It might be your friend, parent, sibling, neighbor, or even yourself. You can choose to forgive yourself for the reckless choices you've made in the past. Don't let your mistakes define you. Wow. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. It's been a short and insightful, right? So yeah, thank you so much. Until we meet again, it's Jacqueline Alden. Bye.